Hey everyone, it's Audrey from Audrey Lynn Studios on the west side of Canada near Vancouver. I've had a few people ask to have a virtual studio tour. So that's what this video is about. It's a very small space. It's in my garage. In fact, it's in half the garage because I am not willing to give up the other half because I want to keep my car there, keep it nice and dry in the winter and nice and warm because I'm a bit of a wuss, even though I live in Canada. Anyway, so it's in half the garage. So yeah, here you go. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Enjoy. So this is where I do my wedging. I have this little shelf here that has the clays that I'm working with at the time. I can brighten this up for you. And they're all labeled because, yeah, I have a tendency to mix up clay sometimes. And my little vintage scale, which I love. And this is my wedging board, which is a thick plywood covered in canvas. And I keep it nice and clean and dust free as much as I can. So as soon as it gets too caked, it's outside and gets hosed off. And then this is my little dark clay wedging board. These are my recycled clay drying boards, and they have hardy board inside. Just a minute, I'll get you one. It's this stuff, that cement siding that goes on houses. It's called hardy board, and that's what's inside this pillowcase and under this piece of broadcloth. So right now I'm just drying some clay. And then under here I have one bin with very large plastic bags and some of my extra weights for weighting down plates and so on. And then back there I have one of those oil pans for when you glaze something really big. And then these are my dipping glazes, which I don't have many of because I have a small studio, but I'd like to make some more. So I'll just have to, I mean, there's a little more room down there, right? So that's my wedging area. Beside my wedging table, I have, well, I've got my wires hanging here and towel. Here I have all of the stamps that I have carved in this holder. And then some MKM ones down there. It'd be nice to keep all your stamps in one place, and that might happen, but right now I just find that I stuff things in the best space it's going to fit. And on this rack I have all of my canvas pieces for rolling on my Shimpo roller. So these ones are, if you've seen, I use these when I flip my stuff over. This is for white clay, this is for dark clay, and then some spare. And here is for my bat system, the little wood pieces. And down here is all my porcelain stuff, so it stays away from everything else. And I've got some things on here that's not going to affect the porcelain, and then some of those dish racks that hold my bats. And a really big bat from where I want to make something huge. On the left side of my wedging table, I have my wheel with my throwing tools and trimming tools, and I have a nice view to the outside. See the kids playing, mowing the lawn. And then up here I have my patterns. So I know that when I want to make a latte mug, I need that much clay, I need those dimensions. So my patterns and my formula given to me my late brother. How big to throw if you want a piece to be a certain dimension. And then here is my drying table for plates and so on. This is just extra table room. And then back here, oh, got my bucket for my dirty cloths. And then here I've got all the things like pool noodles, broom, sticks. Yeah. All right, so here's my Shimpo slab roller. And that's the door to the backyard. Calendar of when everything is happening. Reminds me when I got to get stuff done. Oh. And here I have, underneath I have like power tools, the drill, and hammers and so on. Here is my working table, one of them, with my boards for flipping slabs. And down here I have like all my stroke and coats on wheels down here. And then a computer, which is dying very quickly, and my to-do board. And here's all my rollers. And then here I have my waste bucket and my trash. And then this looks messy, but believe it or not, it's organized. So up there are rubber stamps that I rarely use. No, I did not drink all that wine myself. There are cookie cutters, not the ones I usually use, but some Christmas ones in there, which will be coming out soon. More stamps, shells. And then here, this is how I keep all my patterns that I've made, and these textured placemats for rolling onto your clay. They're these awesome clips that I got off of Amazon. So it clips and has a hook. It's beautiful. For this kind of stuff, it's beautiful. And then these hooks as well. If you have a hole, you can put it through. So that's great. And then down here, I have all my letters and cookie cutters that I use mostly. Cookie cutters, oil spouts, spoons, silicone sprigs, stamps, punch stamps. And then in here is bisque molds, some bisque molds. These are all my, you know, stuff we need. You know how it is. And I've got not GR Pottery Forms, but it's a Canadian one, SCC. And then down here I have my bags for covering my cups and so on when I'm drying them slowly. Here's my boxes, there's my stuffing, and down here are sprigs that I made that I use once in a while. And then as I back up, here's my trolley of brushes and bottles and more tools. Up here's another working table. These are all my bottles filled with stroke and coats. And yeah, that's this side. So you can see over there is wedging table, wheel, equipment. You can see what I showed you. And over there is that drying rack I showed you. Okay, that's the door to the kitchen. And then I come over to my first cupboard. And in here's glazes and forms. I've got my lists that need updating, which they kind of look messy right now. And then more glazes and extra sponges, yada yada. Up here, I have a bunch of testers that I've done, or things I'd like to keep as a tester. I have lots of testers like this, where I put many glazes on top of, you know, the clay, and yeah, just testers. And then aprons, and up here I've got all my underglaze transfers and my manuals for the wheel and the kiln. Here's the greenware. which is looking a little sad right now, but that's because there's a lot of bisque. And down here are some templates. Not so organized down there. I need to find a place or a better way to store them. This is bisqueware. And up here are my banding wheels and my cloths. And those boxes are what I pack my pottery into to take it to the shop where my kiln is. These are the bags I wrap the pottery with. And the foam, you know, for doing press plates. And here is where I reconstitute or reset the clay. So all the different clays I'm not recycling, you know what I mean. And the slips, different bowls you need. Down here is more clays, and this is boxed clay. So of course the bagged clay was over at the wedging table, the stuff that I'm using at the moment. My mop, my drying rack of all the cloths that I just washed. Up here is my waxing station. And then this dresser has all sorts of test tiles, tapes, blah, blah, blah. Down here is where I keep my blender for blending the clay before I dry it. Yeah. And over here, there's my wheel. So over here I have another trolley of, yeah, they're kind of throwing tools I don't use a lot, but every once in a while you need them. This trolley usually comes to my wheel. Everything I throw goes on the top of the trolley. But right now all this has to get, I have to grind it. And these things need grinding, and these are my weight bags that I use all the time. So this is outside, and I come in through here, and here's the studio. Everything I showed you. It's all in this little space. What do they say? It's where all the magic happens. And so you don't need that much space to make magic. Right, Nat? Yeah, so now you know where I make my pottery. I take my pottery across the farm to our shop. That's where the kiln is, and you see that whenever I do kiln openings. And I do have a bit of a showroom in our house, which I think I'll do a different video of that if you like to show you, because I'm not quite done and I want to be done. I'm painting everything white and putting some little sheer curtains and little lights and yeah, you know, having fun. So I'll do that another time. Anyway, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see some more of my uploads. I do kiln openings and tutorials and adventures of the traveling grow mug and map project. So check it out. Thank you, everyone. See you later, and peace out.